Yo, what up, my people? Welcome back to another video with your boy Radical. Now, today, right, I'm gonna be kind of reacting to one of O'Shea Duke Jackson's video where he pretty much breaks down this Puerto Rican shorty that's on I think Kendra's G's singles live event or whatever the case is. Apparently there's this YouTuber that she gets a bunch of singles and tries to match them up or whatever the case is, right? And the reason why he made a video about it is because there was a Latina, a Puerto Rican girl, that said that she only dates black men, and I think he found it interesting. He also said a couple of things that I'm gonna basically say towards the end, and we're gonna like compare and contrast, and then you're gonna get but let's watch the video first, and then I'm gonna give my reaction to, towards it first, and then we'll discuss or whatever the case is. Without further ado, here we go.
There's a lady that comes on to her show, and we all know that Kendra G has a dating show. It's online. It's pretty much open to the entire world. But in this case, we do happen to see a lot of people of the African-American community looking for other blacks to date. But from time to time, we will see somebody that's non-black. And in this case, she has a young lady coming on by the name of Kimberly. Let's get to know her for a little bit, and we'll come back.
Hi, how are
Kimberly?
you? Yes.
Okay, Kimberly, where you calling me from, boo?
Jacksonville, Florida.
Jacksonville, Florida. How old are you?
I am 37.
37. What you do for a living?
I'm a grievance and appeals representative for an insurance company.
You're a grievance and appeals?
Yes, representative for an insurance company, which my coworkers are on right now too.
They're watching?
They're watching.
Hey, co-workers. She's looking for a man. We're about to get her a man, child.
Yeah.
A grievance appeals for insurance company. You say you're 37?
Yes.
What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Scorpio.
Scorpio. You have any children?
I do have a 16-year-old and a 9-year-old.
Okay, both by the same man?
No, different
No.
fathers.
So that's Kimberly. Never been married, has 2 kids by 2 different men. And if you wanted to get more personal, she just lost 76 pounds. So she was a lot bigger. Nothing wrong with any of that. I mean, that's just up to her. But the next part is going to shock you. Kendra G asks her about her turnoffs and what she's looking for in a man, or what she isn't looking for in a man. I want you to hear what she has to say.
Does he have to look a certain way?
As far as race, I prefer a black man.
Are you biracial?
I'm Puerto Rican.
Oh, you're Puerto Rican. Okay. So do you date Puerto Rican men?
No.
No, black men only.
Yes.
Ooh, child. Poppy gonna be like, okay,
Puerto Ricans are way too controlling. Nope.
No Puerto Rican man.
No.
How your daddy feel about that?
My whole family, most of my sisters are with black men as well.
Now stop the show.
All right, so I'm just gonna stop it right here. I'm gonna give my opinion on it, and then I'm gonna let you guys hear what O'Shea said. Yeah, so let me just say something real quick. First of all, there's nothing wrong with having a preference. You know, it is what it is. If you only like dating white women, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? If you're from another race, you only like dating white women, who cares? It is what it is. If you only like dating Asian women, it is what it is. We should not be out here, demanding what you should be dating, what you shouldn't be dating. You know, it is what it is. Who really cares? The only thing is when it gets a little bit of an issue, not with me, but I'm just saying it just gets a little bit of an issue is when the preference is an excuse for hatred. Meaning, well, I only date so and so because my women are, you know what I'm saying? That's when it becomes like a little bit crazy. You feel me? And when it gets into that territory, that's when a lot of things could get misconstrued and a lot of people start getting offended, blah, 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 blah. Now, this is my take on this whole thing. First of all, shorty's into black guys. It is what it is. Who really cares? Now, you guys heard that she already had 2 kids previously, right? Now, I don't know if of the 2 kids previously that she had, it probably what is with a black guy, since that's what her preference is. More power to her, great. But it kind of says something either about her. For example, not all. Let me just say, for Latinos, usually for Latino, especially men, if we get a shorty pregnant, the next thing our family wants to do is, y'all gotta get married. You know what I'm saying? This is how our culture pretty much goes. Once we get someone, pregnant tone, it's over. You gotta get married toned. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much for the most part. Not all cases. Obviously, the single mother rate in the Latin community is pretty high. I'm not gonna say that we're like all perfect and shit. You know what I'm saying? But usually that's how it goes. Now, the thing is that maybe there's something wrong with this chick that black men aren't really committing to her. You know what I'm saying? That's why she's staying single. And she's keeping single because let's be honest. Women, they control sexual access. Men, we control relationships and giving a ring and giving our last name up. Once we give our last name up, once we give that ring and once we make that commitment, it's over. That's it. This is set for life. You know what I'm saying? And if a man, let's be honest, fellas, let's be very, very honest. We know when we have a good woman and we don't. We know if that girl that we're dealing with is just a one-time thing, or a seasonal thing, or a lifetime thing. You know what I'm saying? We already know she's going to be here for a season because we kind of do it pretty quick. You know what I'm saying? And usually women disqualify themselves from the long time thing for whatever reason that they do. We got little rules or whatever, but we don't really let these women know. We pretty much put it in our heads, okay, she just went from the girlfriend category to just a jump off. We pretty much do that. You know what I'm saying? All men do that. Come on. Now, there's something either wrong with this girl that these men didn't want to commit. Now, guess what? This is not the first time I've heard Latinas, not Puerto Rican women, but especially Latinas, and this is usually Americanized Latinas, not Latinas from our homeland or whatever the case is. Usually Latinos from our homeland are looking for the Latinos or whatever the case is. If they're really on that finesse shit, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna be looking for, the passport bros and gonna try to finesse them for a green card. You know what I mean? But anyway, it's neither here nor there. But the thing is that this is not the first time I heard this before. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of Latinas out there that say, yo, I don't like my own men because we're too controlling. We're too machista. We're too this and that. Now, let me just say, as a Latino, yes, I do have the tendency sometimes that I be coming off. You know what I'm saying? I be coming off as like you know what I mean? I be coming off like that. And sometimes I gotta check myself, but sometimes that's what you have to do to be laying down the law. You feel me? But now what she's saying, basically, pretty much in other words, what she's saying is, I can't get away with most of the stuff that I want to get away with, but black men let me get away with it. Now, it's a double thing. Is she being disrespectful when she's saying that? Or is she saying that black men are pretty much easygoing and they don't really hound me that much? Because let's be completely honest. When Latinas say this, that I don't like dating my own kind because they're too controlling or whatever. I like dating X, Y, and Z. It could be whoever, right? It's not that much of a compliment. It's pretty much Like, okay, shorty, what are you doing? That Latinos, I'll be like, yo, hold up, I'm not with this. You feel me? We laying down the law. You know what I'm saying? So what is? It's not a thing to brag about. You know what I'm saying? Because when they're like, "Ooh, you like black men? Oh shit! Why you don't date your own kind? Why? What they do? You controlling? That's nothing to brag about. They're saying something right there because usually those women, they want to get away with shit that we from our own community ain't gonna tolerate. You know what I'm saying? Either OnlyFans, she's putting too many explicit photos on her Instagram, or she hasn't gotten away from the whole face. It could be different things. You know what I'm saying? It could be really different. It could be different things. Now, this is also another thing. Usually, when I do see, and I know a lot of couples, me personally, that are Latinos with black women or white women, and Latinas with black men or white men. I know a lot of couples, and I'm actually meeting them a lot more now, especially in New York, and it's actually kind of very interesting. This interracial dating or marriage is actually pretty big. I didn't even know nothing about it. It's actually pretty big in New York and some of the places that I'm frequently attending now. But the things that I'm noticing is when a Latino is in a interracial relationship with a black or white woman, that Latino has the pants and he's holding shit down. And guess what? The white women and the black women are very cool being submissive. But this is the catch-22. I see the exact same thing when a Latina is with a white man or with a black man. The Latina is usually running shit. She's usually putting the pants up, and she's not submissive. She's pretty much the one, organizing shit and taking care of business. You know what I'm saying? Very opinionated, very loud. Wants to get things done now, and she pretty much has a set plan and goal, and you're involved in it. But she's the one driving the ship. And for men, no matter what race, men don't like that. Men are the ones that be like, hey, yo, hold up. I'm the one taking over the ship. I'm supposed to be driving. Usually a lot of Latinas look for masculine men. That's what they look for. They usually for the most part, they look for masculine men. And if you are lacking that, they're the ones that's gonna step up and actually put the pants up. And I'm telling you, this is what I've seen. I've seen this, and those are the type of women that don't like being with Latin men, because the majority of Latin men are masculine and be like, no, I'm not gonna rock with that. No, I'm the one holding the pants. I'm the one driving the ship. You know what I'm saying? And those are the women that be like, oh, nah, you can't, you too controlling. You know what I'm saying? That's when the whole controlling stuff happens and starts. You feel me? So that's what it is. But I want to see what O'Shea has to say about it. And then I'll get back to my commentary.
This is very interesting. She said, I'm not interested in Puerto Rican men. I'm interested in black men only. Well, why? Well, it's not because black men look better, or black men are better people, or black men are more intelligent, or black men build great businesses, or black men are just great providers. No, she didn't mention any of that. What did she say? Puerto Rican men are just too controlling. Rewind, Nemo. So again, guys, this whole topic of white women dating black men is powerful. It's all over the internet. And I know Kimberly identifies as a Puerto Rican, but she would qualify to me as a white Puerto Rican. So I will classify her underneath the category of white women.
I'm gonna just pause it right here real quick. That's a very misleading and and wrong categorization, because one, I'm looking at this woman. I could tell she's ethnic. There's nothing white about her besides her skin. I could tell she's ethnic. And the way she talks, I could tell there's nothing European about this woman. She's ethnic. Now, the whole white label, again, that's a little misleading. I'm not saying that she could pass for white. Maybe she can. But there's a lot of mixed race individuals who are black with white parents, and they come out looking like her. And what now is would O'Shea also consider, you know, them white? You know what I'm saying? But either way, let's keep it going.
And whenever you see white women with black men, there's always a lot of controversy. But I just kind of want to deal with what I've heard many times before from women from Poland, women from Germany, women from Hungary. Remember, I lived in Europe for almost 7 years. And the case is always this: our men are too controlling. Black men are less controlling. Well, so what does that actually mean? What does that entail? Well, that means that the men in the Puerto Rican community, when I first heard the controlling thing, I was like, well, I'm not a controlling guy. Black men, we don't control women like that. We're not really interested in that. But then I thought about it. These men in the Latin community have certain standards that they want their women to abide by. Now, it's true. It could be domestic violence going on. It could be more traditional roles and expectations, but there are rules, right? And if you think about it, these are the rules that when women follow them, that's why you have passport bros. Passport bros want to go and typically benefit from this culture that these men have put before their women. And these particular rules that are being followed create better wives in the minds of passport bros. But
that's actually a good point. Let me just pause real quick. That's actually a good point. You know, these women are saying, well, black men are, you know, they're not controlling, but there's certain black men that are traditional and they want that traditional woman. And that's the reason why passport bros is a thing. And, you know, the idea of passport bros. I'm not going to get into the whole passport bro hypocrisy, but the idea of it, that's basically what it is. And that's actually a good point from O'Shea, but let's continue.
what she's saying is a black man is typically going to allow me to do whatever I want to do. And I probably believe both of her kids are black, and we see where that's gotten her. She's 37. She has kids by multiple men, and she doesn't want to get with the Puerto Rican guy because with the Puerto Rican man, there's going to be more structure in the relationship. And I believe that is how a lot of women view black men who have been living in America and they live or they're from more communities. And I've been seeing a whole bunch of videos on the internet, like the reason why Indian women are leaving their men to go to black men, or Arab women are leaving their cultures to go to black men. And if they're doing so, it's just because they feel like black men don't have any standards and they're going to be able to do whatever they want to do. And when you come from our community, we really don't put a lot of rules or standards on our women. So then what happens? Well, they're probably more likely to rule the relationship over us. And that is what I see. Women who come from strong communities where they reject what's going on in their community, they come over to the black community. And when they get with black men, they end up ruling over those black men. And a lot of black men are usually okay with those circumstances, depending on the person. And I think that when you see why does she like black men, she never points to a real reason as to why she does. She's not talking about black men being great leaders, black men being great fathers, black men being great providers, black men being great people, which we all know black men who can.
Let me pause it real quick. Hold on. Yeah, so he pretty much made the same point that I made. He actually said the same thing that I said. That's usually the point. That's usually the case. These women end up controlling the relationship. They end up controlling, and it's very interesting as to why most black men will accept that. You know, is it because the black community, as black men, their standards are extremely low to the point where they'll take whatever? I don't know. But like I said, I only date black men, and then they not really giving the reason why, but they'll say, well, because my men are too controlling. That's like I said, that's not something, that's a slap in the face. That's not something you should be proud about. That's not something to be like, well, see, y'all too controlling. Nah, well, hold up. We putting some structure down, ma. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna allow X, Y, and Z. Also, they'll go to a community where they will allow X, Y, and Z, and that's why it seems like she probably got with some traditional black men that wasn't with that. And let's be honest, she's 37, 2 kids already by different men. No man is going to allow that except for pretty much a simp. And if she's just going to be looking for the black community, that's not going to be hard to find. She's light skinned. She probably got a big booty and all that. There's some black men that's going to be like, ooh, let's go. I'll take care of your kid. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. There's a lot of cooling going on, especially when it comes to Latinas and light skinned women. Let's be honest. I'm not making the joint up. I'm just reporting it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just reporting it. But tell me what you guys think. You guys agree? Disagree? What is your take? With that being said, I'm going to catch y'all later. Peace.